Most tourists waste their first day in Hanoi feeling overwhelmed by the chaotic streets and missing out on the city's hidden gems. After watching thousands struggle with the same problems, I created this ultimate guide to the 27 best things to do in Hanoi. From navigating the maze-like Old Quarter to finding the perfect egg coffee spot with panoramic lake views, I'm sharing exactly how to experience the best of Hanoi without the confusion. This isn't just a list, it's a strategic plan to make the most of your limited time in Vietnam's most fascinating city. First on our list is Hanoi's Old Quarter, the historical heart of the city where every street tells a story. This unique area is a living museum with 36 streets named after the products traditionally sold there going back hundreds of years. Start your exploration at Dong Kinh Square and follow a figure 8 pattern to avoid getting lost in this maze-like district. Want the best experience? Hit the streets between 6 to 8 a.m. when locals are setting up their shops, or come in the evening to catch the vibrant night markets. The real magic of the Old Quarter happens when you understand its layout. Streets like Hang Bak specialize in silver jewelry, while Hang Gai is all about silk products. Pro tip: download an offline map before your visit and mark these specialty streets. This simple step will save you hours of wandering and help you find exactly what you're looking for. The Old Quarter is packed with hidden gems tucked between century-old buildings and modern shops. Next up on our list is Hoan Kiem Lake, the emerald heart of Hanoi that connects many of the city's major attractions. This isn't just a pretty photo spot, it's a strategic hub that can save you hours of travel time between sites. What most tourists don't realize is that this lake completely transforms throughout the day. Visit between 5 to 7 a.m. to witness something special. Hundreds of locals practicing Tai Chi, doing aerobics, and jogging around the perimeter. It's like an open-air fitness studio with the most beautiful backdrop imaginable. The entire 1.5-kilometer loop takes just 15 to 20 minutes to walk, making it perfect for a quick morning activity. At the center sits the iconic Turtle Tower, commemorating the legend of Emperor Le Loi, who returned a magical sword to a golden turtle in these waters. That's literally why it's called the Lake of the Returned Sword. Next on our list is Ngoc Son Temple, sitting on its own tiny island in the heart of Hoan Kiem Lake. Connected by the striking red Huc Bridge, this peaceful sanctuary offers a perfect 30-minute cultural break in your Hanoi adventures. Here's a pro tip: skip the midday rush and visit either early morning around 8 a.m. or late afternoon after 3 p.m. The temple completely closes for lunch between noon and 1:30 p.m., which catches many tourists off guard. At just 30,000 Vietnamese dong, about $1.30, it's one of the city's best value cultural experiences. What makes this place special is its deep historical significance. The temple honors the 13th century military leader Tran Hung Dao, who successfully defeated Mongol invaders. Inside, you'll find tributes to scholar Van Zhuang and Confucian master La To, plus a massive bronze turtle statue weighing over 2 tons that connects to the famous sword legend. While in the heart of Hanoi, just a stone's throw from Ngoc Son Temple, stands the Emperor Lai Tai Tu Monument. Number 4 on our list is this impressive statue that most tourists walk right past, not realizing they're missing the origin story of Hanoi itself. This bronze monument honors the visionary founder who established Hanoi as Vietnam's capital back in 1010, naming it Thang Long, or Rising Dragon. For the best experience, visit around 5 p.m. when golden hour lighting creates perfect photo opportunities and the plaza fills with local families and performers. What makes this 15-minute stop worthwhile is understanding how this emperor shaped Vietnam's future. He established the nation's first university and created policies that formed the foundation of Vietnamese culture. On weekends, the entire plaza transforms into part of the walking street, giving you a front row seat to authentic local life. Moving away from historical monuments, up next on our list is the stunning St. Joseph Cathedral, a slice of Paris right in the heart of Hanoi. This neo-Gothic masterpiece looks like it was teleported straight from Europe, but timing is everything here. Don't make the rookie mistake of showing up during Sunday morning mass when you'll be stuck outside staring at closed doors. Instead, arrive between 8 and 10 a.m. on weekdays when the lighting is perfect for photos and you'll practically have the place to yourself. The Cathedral, built in 1886, features impressive bell towers reaching 31 meters high and takes just 20 to 30 minutes to explore. The real insider tip? After admiring the architecture, head to the nearby shops on Ha Tho Street to discover Kham, green rice. This seasonal autumn delicacy makes for a unique souvenir you won't find in typical tourist shops. After grabbing some green rice, let me show you number 6 on our list, Phung Hung Mural Street, where history literally paints the walls of Hanoi. This 200-meter stretch underneath a railway viaduct has been transformed into an incredible open-air art gallery that most tourists completely miss. Here's the trick to getting those perfect Instagram shots. Don't show up at midday like everyone else. The harsh sunlight creates terrible glare on the murals, and the crowds will photobomb every picture. Instead, arrive right at 7 a.m. when the street is practically empty, or after 5 p.m. when they turn on special lighting that makes the artwork pop. The coolest part? This isn't just regular street art. In 2018, Vietnamese and Korean artists collaborated to create these 19 massive murals showing different periods in Hanoi's history. Download the Phung Hung AR app before you go. When you point your phone at certain murals, they actually come to life through augmented reality. While those murals showcase Hanoi's past, our next stop is racing against time. Number 7 on our list is the Shark Jaw Building, a truly unique landmark that locals have a love-hate relationship with. For over 30 years, this 6-story commercial structure has been taking a bite out of downtown Hanoi, positioned perfectly between the Old Quarter and Hoan Kiem Lake. Here's the coolest part. If you only have 2 hours in Hanoi, this is where you can experience everything the city offers under one roof. Grab a Hanoi beer, enjoy authentic Vietnamese cuisine, and sip incredible coffee while taking in unbeatable views of the lake from above. From the upper floors, you'll witness one of the most chaotic traffic junctions below, a scene that makes you wonder how anyone survives this daily. Visit soon though. After 3 decades of swallowing up valuable public space, Hanoi is finally set to demolish this controversial landmark to create a more open green lakeside area. Standing in stark contrast to the upcoming demolition of the Shark Jaw Building, next on our list is a historical trifecta where timing matters more than anywhere else in Hanoi. The Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum complex houses 3 major attractions that most tourists either miss completely or waste hours trying to visit. Here's the crucial information. The mausoleum operates on a strict schedule, open only from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., Tuesday through Thursday and weekends. Even more challenging, it shuts down completely for about 2 months each year when Uncle Ho's body is sent to Russia for maintenance. Show up in shorts, short skirts, or sleeveless tops. You'll be turned away at the gates. To beat the crowds, arrive by 7:30 a.m. and tackle these sites in this exact order. Mausoleum first, then the bright yellow presidential palace built in 1906, and finally the one-pillar pagoda. This ancient lotus-shaped structure dating back to 1049 completes your historical journey through Vietnam's most revered leader's life and legacy. The dress code is strictly enforced. Shoulders covered, no shorts above the knee, hats removed, and absolute silence when viewing Ho Chi Minh's preserved body. While the Ho Chi Minh complex preserves recent history, next up is the Imperial Citadel of Thang Long, a place where you can literally walk through 1,300 years of Vietnamese civilization in just 90 minutes. This UNESCO site is massive, and that's exactly why most visitors either skip it or get completely lost among its various sections. The key to conquering this historical powerhouse is timing and route planning. Hit the Citadel between 8 and 10 a.m. on weekdays when you'll practically have it to yourself. Start at the archaeological excavation area, which reveals the different dynasties that ruled here. Then check out the D-67 Tunnel, a secret underground command center where Vietnamese generals directed operations during the American War. Finish at the flag tower for your Instagram moment before heading out. At just 30,000 Vietnamese dong, about $1.30, it's one of Hanoi's best values. If you've been enjoying this video so far, hit that subscribe button for more travel tips. Moving from military history to scholarly pursuits, our next stop takes you to Vietnam's first university established nearly 1,000 years ago. The Temple of Literature might look like just another beautiful temple complex on the surface, but hidden within its 5 courtyards is the surprising story of how Vietnam valued education even before many European universities were founded. What makes this place truly special are the 82 stone turtles carrying massive stone tablets on their backs. These aren't just decorative, they're essentially Vietnam's first honor roll, recording the names and achievements of 1,307 doctoral graduates who passed the incredibly difficult Imperial exams between 1442 and 1779. To actually enjoy this place, skip the midday madness. Arrive right when the gates open at 8 a.m. or slip in after 3:30 p.m. when tour buses have departed. Each of the 5 courtyards tells part of the Confucian scholar's journey, so follow them in sequence for the full story. From temples of learning to chambers of suffering, our next stop takes us to Hoa Lo Prison. While most tourists rush straight to the American POW exhibits, they're missing the far more extensive French colonial sections that reveal why Vietnam fought so desperately for its independence. What remains today is only a fifth of the original complex, but it packs a powerful historical punch. The notorious guillotine still stands in the exact spot where it was used, sending chills down your spine. The French built these cells to break Vietnamese revolutionaries, creating conditions so brutal that escape seemed impossible. For the most impactful experience, arrive between 3 and 5 p.m. when the crowds thin out. Begin with the French colonial section to understand the historical context before moving to the American War exhibits featuring John McCain's flight suit. Grab the audio guide for 30,000 Vietnamese dong. It's worth every dong to follow the exhibits in proper historical sequence, giving you the full story in under an hour. Trading prison walls for sacred spaces, our 13th spot takes us to the serene Tran Quoc Pagoda on West Lake. This 1,500-year-old Buddhist temple sits on a small peninsula with the iconic 11-story red pagoda standing as its centerpiece. Here's something most tourists miss. Timing is everything at this spiritual haven. Want those Instagram-worthy photos? Forget midday visits when harsh sunlight washes out colors and tour buses crowd the grounds. Instead, set your alarm for sunrise around 5:30 a.m. when golden light bathes the pagoda and reflects off the lake surface. The official opening time is 7:30 a.m., but you can access the grounds earlier for that perfect morning shot. What makes this pagoda special is its Bodhi tree, a direct descendant of the tree under which Buddha attained enlightenment. The central tower contains ashes of deceased monks, adding to its spiritual significance. Moving from sacred spaces to creative treasures, our 14th stop takes us to the Vietnam National Fine Arts Museum. This hidden cultural goldmine is skipped by 90% of tourists, but it's absolutely worth your time. The museum is housed in a beautiful 1937 French colonial building and displays the entire visual story of Vietnam across the centuries. If you're short on time, head straight to the second floor where you'll find the revolutionary propaganda art, some of the most powerful political art created during the American War. These vibrant, emotion-filled works communicate Vietnam's history better than any textbook. Another must-see is the lacquerware collection, showcasing Vietnam's unique artistic contribution to the world. These pieces use crushed eggshell, mother of pearl, and even gold leaf to create stunning visual depth. Visit on weekday mornings between 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. when you'll practically have the place to yourself. and for just 40,000 Vietnamese dong, about $2. It's one of the best value cultural experiences in Hanoi. From Vietnamese art to French influence, our 15th stop takes us to the elegant French Quarter of Hanoi. Did you know you can experience two completely different versions of the same city within a 30-minute walk? While most visitors spend all their time in the old quarter's chaotic charm, they're missing this sophisticated neighborhood with its tree-lined boulevards and colonial architecture. The French Quarter feels like stepping into another world. Wide streets replace narrow alleys, grand buildings replace tiny storefronts, and luxury boutiques replace souvenir shops. This area served as the administrative heart during France's colonial rule from the late 1800s until 1954. For the most time-efficient experience, take a 30-minute walking tour between 4 to 6 p.m. when the golden hour sunlight bathes those cream-colored facades in warm light. This timing also lets you see locals leaving government offices and gathering at sidewalk cafes, creating a lively atmosphere perfect for people watching and photography. Just a short walk from those sidewalk cafes stands our next destination, number 16, the magnificent Hanoi Opera House. Did you know that while thousands of visitors snap photos of its grand exterior every day, only a tiny percentage ever see the breathtaking interior? This mini version of Paris's Palais Garnier isn't just for photos. For less than $20, you can actually experience world-class performances inside. Built in 1911, the Opera House hides incredible secrets behind its doors. Italian marble floors that gleam under chandeliers, intricate French murals on the ceiling, and delicate Vietnamese silk accents. Performances typically start at 8 p.m., so check the schedule online and book in advance. For the ultimate experience, catch cultural shows like the Iona Show or My Village that blend traditional Vietnamese elements with modern performance. Can't make a show? Guided tours run Monday and Friday mornings, giving you a backstage glimpse of this architectural masterpiece. Next up on our Hanoi adventure is number 17, Kem Trang Tien, a beloved ice cream institution that's been cooling down locals since 1958. While you might walk right past this modest storefront, you'd be missing a taste of authentic Hanoi that costs less than $1. What makes this place special isn't fancy decor, but its cultural significance. During Vietnam's challenging subsidy period from 1976 to 1986, this simple ice cream represented a rare affordable luxury when little else was available. For older Vietnamese, each bite carries waves of nostalgia. The smart move is visiting on weekday afternoons between 2 and 4 p.m. when you can grab your cone in minutes instead of joining weekend lines that wrap around the block. Try unique flavors like green bean, taro, and coconut available in both stick and cone formats. Taste profiles you won't find in typical Western ice cream shops. Speaking of authentic flavors, this next one might be the most important item on our entire list: mastering Hanoi's street food scene. What if I told you that some of the best meals in Vietnam aren't found in restaurants at all, but on tiny plastic stools at street corners where vendors have spent decades perfecting a single dish they serve in under 5 minutes? The average Vietnamese person eats 5 meals outside their home every single day. That's because Hanoi's sidewalks transform into the world's most efficient restaurant system, where $2 gets you a complete meal faster than any fast food chain back home. Look for the plastic stools surrounded by locals and join them. Hit the streets between 6 to 8 a.m. for the best congee, a rice porridge topped with century egg or tender pork. Return in the evening when the banh mi stands come alive, serving crispy French baguettes stuffed with pâté, pickled veggies, and herbs. Before we continue to the next spot on our list, if you're enjoying this tour of Hanoi, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel guides just like this one. Next up on our list is something that might change your entire perception of Vietnamese cuisine: Bun Cha Huong Lien, or as many now call it, Obama's Bun Cha Spot. While this restaurant shot to international fame when President Obama and Anthony Bourdain shared a meal here in 2016, locals had been lining up for their perfectly grilled pork for decades. To avoid the 30-plus minute wait times, arrive either just before traditional lunch hour around 11 a.m. or during the mid-afternoon lull at 1:30 p.m. When you sit down, simply order the Combo Obama for 85,000 Vietnamese dong, about $3.50, and you'll get exactly what the former president enjoyed. Smoky grilled pork and tangy fish sauce, rice noodles, fragrant herbs, and crispy seafood spring rolls paired with a cold Hanoi beer. If you thought bún cha was good, wait until I tell you about Hanoi's hidden culinary secret. Next on our list is dining at Michelin Bib Gourmand restaurants that most tourists walk right past. These aren't just regular spots. They've been recognized by the world's most prestigious food guide for serving amazing food at incredible prices. You don't need reservations weeks in advance or fancy clothes. Just show up at Minh Luon Jong Thin for their specialty, crispy eel served over delicate glass noodles. Or head to Bourdain Le Quoc Su, where they simmer their beef broth for 8 full hours to create that rich, complex flavor that put them on the Michelin map. Chicken pho fans should make a beeline for Pho Ga Nguyet. The best part? A complete meal costs under $10 and arrives within minutes of ordering. Visit during off-peak hours, either 11 a.m. for early lunch or after 8 p.m. for dinner, and you'll be in and out in 30 minutes flat. Next on our list is Ta Hien Street, better known as Beer Street, where your dollar stretches further than anywhere else in Hanoi's nightlife scene. Now, here's a pro tip most tourists miss. Don't show up at 9 p.m. like everyone else does. By then, this 100-meter stretch gets so packed that you'll spend more time searching for seats than actually enjoying your beer. Instead, arrive between 5 and 7 p.m. when the street is just waking up. Grab those plastic stools at a corner spot and watch as this seemingly ordinary street transforms into Hanoi's biggest party zone. This transition period is pure magic. What makes this place special is the Bia Hoi, fresh draft beer brewed daily with 0 preservatives and a lower alcohol content than typical lagers at 3 to 4%. Start your bar crawl at the southern end of Ta Hien and work north, spending about half an hour at each spot. Try local favorites like Hanoi beer alongside craft options from Pasteur Street Brewing. When you're done with your beer crawl, you might wonder where locals go when they're not drinking on plastic stools. Next on our list is Hanoi's weekend night market, which transforms nearly 3 kilometers of the old quarter into a shopping paradise every Friday through Sunday evening. Most visitors make one critical mistake. They show up too late when the market is at peak capacity around 9 p.m. Instead, arrive between 7 and 8 p.m. when vendors are fully set up but before the massive crowds descend. The covered Dongshuan Market anchors the northern end of this sprawling bazaar. Dating back to 1889, this 4-story French colonial structure operates during daylight hours primarily as a wholesale destination. Skip the daytime visit and see it during night market hours when the atmosphere is electric and the merchandise more tourist-friendly. Here's my pro tip: don't purchase anything during your first walkthrough. Note what catches your eye, compare prices among different vendors, then circle back for your purchases. This strategic approach will save you both money and precious vacation time. Next on our list is Hanoi's Train Street, one of those places that seriously defies normal city design. What makes this spot special is that twice a day, massive trains rumble through a residential alley so narrow you can literally reach out and touch them as they pass. But here's the thing, timing is absolutely everything here. Train Street actually has 2 sections you can visit. The more popular one is near Cam Tien Street, while locals prefer the less crowded section on Tran Pu Street. The trains follow a pretty consistent schedule, passing through around 3:25 p.m., 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m. daily. Your best strategy is to show up about 30 minutes before train time and grab a spot at one of the authorized cafes. Listen for the security whistles. That's your signal that the train is approaching, and you need to step back to a safe distance. And there you have it, our complete guide to 27 amazing things to do in Hanoi. By following our tips for timing and efficient routes, you'll experience everything from ancient temples to colonial architecture to incredible street food without wasting a minute. Remember, the key to conquering Hanoi is grouping nearby attractions together and visiting during off-peak hours. Grab some comfortable shoes for walking between close sites and use grab bikes for longer journeys. Download offline maps, learn a few simple Vietnamese phrases, and you'll transform what could be an overwhelming city into an unforgettable adventure. If you enjoyed this guide, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us your favorite Hanoi spot in the comments.